Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Konig EasyFit diamond pattern snow tire chains on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma. These are going to be on tire size 265/70 R16. Make sure you check the fit guide on eTrailer to get the right size for your tires. Also, we have them on the rear axle as per our owner's manual. Always double check that to make sure you get them on the correct tire for you as well. If you live in an area that gets a decent amount of inclement weather, whether that's moderate snow, maybe some light ice pretty frequently, and you want chains that are easy to get on, like I mentioned, these are going to be a good option for you. Typically designed with Class S compatibility standards, so typically for people who have limited wheel well clearance. As you can see, we have tons of room here, so maybe not the best or perfect fit for this car, but again, if you want something quick, they could be still a good solution. The chains do have that diamond pattern I mentioned, which gets you more coverage on the tire, helps with turning, and you'll feel it a lot less than you would with a typical ladder pattern style chain. The links are square. They're really low profile, but that square design will still help you get that bite into that snow and that light ice that I mentioned, so they'll still be good for that purpose. They're made of a manganese nickel alloy, so they're going to be really durable and you're going to hold up better to rust, weather, and corrosion than a low carbon steel chain would. Right here in the middle is this tensioning bar that takes up most of the tire. It's pretty unique to this set of chains. It's got a soft fabric on the back. It's going to protect against anywhere that it makes contact with your tire. Also, on the outside chains, you can see that they are powder coated, so they're a slightly different color. That's also going to protect your tire from anywhere that they go across, but they're also going to protect your hands when you're out installing the chains, and they're your fingers are going to stick to regular chains much more than they'd stick to these powder coat. There's also these nylon bumpers on the inside parts here that are also designed to protect your tire. The chains do come two to a set in this lightweight sort of fabric bag. It does a good job of keeping the chains condensed and keeping them in one place and relatively flat, but it is wide and it is kind of bulky. I can't really see a better solution as far as keeping these chains though, because they don't really break down super well. Inside here you can see that there are the instructions, and the mat supposedly doubles as the bag doubles as a mat, so if you want to kneel on it, you can. It's not going to do a whole lot for you as far as padding goes, but if you're out in the snow, it could provide a good barrier for you in that way. To install the chains, first thing we typically like to do is to lay them out flat. These are a little bit unique, so I would maybe just recommend trying to lift them up a little bit, making sure that nothing is caught up and twisted. Then we want to separate this cord here on the bottom. We just want to pull these apart as far as we can. And basically the process is just a few steps. So first start by draping this metal spine over the top here. And then we'll just try to fit the back sides around our tire. Just sort of manipulating it as we go. Trying to get that red cord again underneath our tire. And get those firmly placed on the back. There we go. And then you can push this down with your hand if you have the ability to. I find that pretty tough most of the time, so I actually just stand up, use my foot to push that pedal down, click it in place, fold that up, and that's it. Make sure you get the chains installed on your driver's side tire as well. With these, they're not fully installed until your tire does at least one full rotation afterwards to finish that tensioning. So make sure you have both chains on and then roll your car forward or backward just at least one full rotation, and then you should be ready to go. Overall, these chains are going to be a good option for you if you really need a lot of help getting your chains installed. You don't want to make any sort of connections around the backside of your tire at all. These could be a good option for you. That being said, the installation process is straightforward, but we've heard some iffy things from people who have tried these out, just parts and pieces not functioning as they should. So honestly, if you like these chains and you want something that's easy to install, I would check out Konig's assisted tensioning diamond pattern snow tire chains. They're pretty easy to install still, but they're going to be a little bit more reliable than these in my opinion. But if you do want something that's super quick and easy to install and is going to give you good coverage in those conditions I talked about, Konig EasyFit is still a good option. This was just a quick look at how to install them on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma.